Man, I'm going to make this quick because this one hurt me. I'm not going to lie. Hey guys, it's One Track Mind and welcome to a brand new video. So, Saros, change it, is out. And let me tell you guys, I was so excited when they announced this one. Returnal was one of my favorite games ever. Celine crash landing on a hostile planet a la Samus Aran. She's alone and she can only speak to Helios, her ship. Something so cool about that for me. The world that was crafted for her to explore was dense and alien. The color scheme and art direction was moody. The feedback from your weapons, the speed, the smoothness of the movement, all of it. It's simple. Crash, get up, go. That's the whole game. Of course, there's some bizarre mysteries at play and some genuinely shocking twists down the line, but this is a fairly straightforward roguelike. And look, I want to get that straight. Returnal may have some roguelike elements, but it is a game you beat and move on from. The roguelike stuff is implemented in a pretty genius way in order to spice things up and make the difficulty of the game a genuinely interesting aspect that impacts how you interact with it rather than an obstacle you're forced to overcome through brute force or memorization. But the replayability of the game suffers due to the methods used to bend the traditional format. Once you've finally beaten Returnal, there's little incentive to replay it. This is just my opinion, of course. Now enter Saros, a game that attempts to marvelize Returnal for a greater financial success, and fails miserably on every front. Fails miserably on every front? I hate you guys. Okay, let's get this over with. So, Mr. Beardo McEveryman / you know they wanted Oscar Isaac for this, but he said no ass main character, Arjun Devraj? First of all, say that 10 times fast. Is his last name just the letters in his first name rearranged? What the fuck kind of name is this? It's a Star Wars name gone wrong. Look, let's get this out of the way right now. This game is Returnal. Everything about it is derivative of that better game. I want to remind you, by the way, that Returnal came out in 2021. Look at this dash animation. The graphics, level design and the platforming, the combat, even the projectiles are almost exactly the same. The style, presentation, down to the cutscenes that play at death, this is absolutely, for all intents and purposes, Returnal 2. I don't think anybody would argue that. Except, Saros has that same problem, in my opinion, that freaked everyone out about the NVIDIA DLSS thing. Is that what it is? The main character is a chiseled, good-looking man with a perfectly manicured beard. Everything is bright and well-lit compared to the moody contrast found in Returnal, where before there was a crushing solitude and a foreboding sense of dread, with only your own ship to talk to. Now there's several crew members chatting in your ear constantly. Weapons before felt like they needed to be really learned in order to use them properly. They had a weight to them, and technique was just as important as seeking out the right augments for each weapon to make you into a powerhouse. Enemies were legitimately dangerous and scary, and progression felt like a huge accomplishment and proof that your skills had improved. Don't let the gameplay footage fool you. In Saros, enemies will legitimately stand around and let you shoot them. Strategic collection of health items would raise your max health, something that rewarded solid play and helped you carry that momentum into the rest of your run. I really like this mechanic, by the way. The health pickup system has changed, and now when you pick up health beyond your max, it just results in more money. And a specific item has been added to increase max health. I don't like this because it takes away the rewarding feeling of doing well and making a choice. It felt really good to come across a health pickup at full health and get that instant reward for solid gameplay. Grappling points were disappointing to see because they show you them immediately and it's like, oh yeah, well I guess we're gonna go find one of those to use again. Meanwhile, we just get the melee attack from jump. So why not just give us that too if it's going to be so densely integrated into the level design anyway, and come up with another, more interesting power-up? The money laying around feels too video gamey for the game and I don't like it. The money's ugly. It's just everywhere. This game is loaded with clutter. Like, is this Banjo-Kazooie or a follow-up to a well-respected bullet hell shooter? There are enough floaty, wispy balls of energy in the combat. We don't need to be constantly looking at them during traversal as well. Okay, so we also have text logs. Can we just end these forever? This is something I really don't like in games, period. I mean, surprise, surprise, but I liked Celine's audio logs better, especially since they added meaningful depth to the atmosphere of Returnal. There's lots of talking. It doesn't feel like it fits. It just doesn't. You're alone 100% of the time in this game. Your team is never with you. So what are they off doing anyway? Why do they need to talk to you so much? It's not like they're of any help whatsoever. Just sit back and let me do my fucking job while you tootle around and act like you're working. Look at how good Celine looks. She does not look like a superhero, first off, but she's still badass enough to be a viable video game character. The way her suit propels her during her jumps makes sense. This game was made with love, and you could see it everywhere you look. Also, do notice how items are just around and not in colored rectangles. Her suit generates a larger, more detailed model of the item as well. And this is creative and not lazy. Alright, loot boxes are just straight up ugly rectangles, and they're everywhere. Why do they look like that? Is it because we wanted them to be easy to see for casual gamers who may not necessarily be that observant of their surroundings when playing a hectic shooter? These fucking things are all around, and I do mean all around. And look, come on, man. I know this isn't that big of a deal, but if you really think about it, this is what you are running to and from for the majority of this game. There's combat and this. Could we not have put slightly more effort into making these look cool or interesting in any way? Colored rectangles. I refuse to believe this is the best we can do. Now, remember how when enemies in Returnal dropped bits, they'd be magnetized to Celine for easy collection? Well, for some reason, say goodbye to that and enjoy walking directly over every piece of leucinite, the money. In order to collect it, no matter where it drops, you'll need to physically put yourself right on top of it if you want it. By the way, now we have a skill tree, which could have been really cool, but is essentially just something that provides the illusion of progression and choice. All branches lead to the same major upgrade, so there's really no build variety or necessity for it to be a tree in the first place. It's just a poorly designed drip feed of subtle improvements that would have been much more interesting had they been programmed into the game. An example of this system done right is the Hades Mirror of Fate, or whatever it's called. A long list of perks you can pick and choose from to customize Zagreus as a character that matches your playstyle. Wait, what's that? Saros has that? Oh, you mean the half-baked, quote, heat system built in to make the game even easier? While preserving your ego by adding a counter element that, quote, increases the difficulty? Whatever, man. This game's too easy, and they knew it, and it's on purpose because they wanted to sell. This game was made to feel difficult without actually presenting a challenge so that more people would get through it. It was written to feel dark without actually being that dark for a wider appeal, and everything about it says watered down. The added complexity of the different projectiles and attacks is tacked on garbage. Pressing one button to essentially do the same exact thing you're doing with the other button, but now you're absorbing energy for your ultimate attack, adds depth in the same way that run-on sentences add depth. They don't. There's just more there than what's necessary to get the same thing across. And the half-pull, full-pull trigger thing, it's just awkward. I'm not sure how no one on the team thought this wasn't a good idea. It doesn't feel good. I don't like it. And if you do, we disagree. This game comes after the purchase of Housemarque by Sony, It's their first game since then, surprise, surprise. I don't know who's behind what happened here, and I won't know because I won't look into it. I'm disappointed. This game fucking sucks. I don't care if you like it. Go ahead and play it then. The only possible way anyone could love this game is if they've never touched Returnal before, and even for you, dear viewer, if you are that person, I hope in your little soul deep down, you can still feel something isn't quite right. When I booted up Saros, I was so excited. I promise you I did not want to hate this game at all. Oh well. Thanks so much for watching this video. If you like my content, please click like and subscribe to the channel for more. And I will see you all in the next video. Bye-bye. Okay, let's. How long have you been with her?